한국에서는 아기를 낳으면은 저 이름 잘 져주는 사람한테 가서 이름을 져요. 그렇기 때문에 크게 잘 되라고 좋은 이름을 짓기 위해서 진 이름이에요.
I had the school in headquarters. In the second floor is a headquarters school. Third floor is we living cost. And 1 year old, he's all kicking off their elder brothers, Hwa Rang Do brothers.
I used to go play with the other masters, and I see them do a lot of breaking with their hands and head, breaking roof tiles and so forth. So I try to do that also.
When he come into my office, not open to lock, he hitting to his head, hitting to door and then opening. If not opening, he pushed the door. So I quick open for him. I pretty much strictly training my son like a Spartan style, that is Korean style, have to built on that strong courage.
I think this was probably when I was 6 or 7, and I was crying a lot, and my father didn't like that, so he put me in my underwear onto our deck. In Korea, in the winter, it's very cold, so there's snow probably up to my knees, and told me, you sit out there till you stop crying, then you can come back in. Well, after a certain 5-10 minutes, whatever passes, I didn't come in, so he was getting a little worried. He told my mother to go out there, go get him, and what my mother tells me is that I refused to go in. During the early 60s, Hwa Rang Do was the largest and most powerful martial art group in Korea. In Seoul alone, we had 28 schools. That's unheard of. After all his efforts, they made Taekwondo a national sport, 국기. Needless to say, my father was very upset. So feeling betrayed by his own country, and also seeing that as an opportunity, in order to teach Hwa Rang Do and spread it throughout the world, he would have to venture outside of Korea.
America says freedom. What I think is America is more is a best country in the world. They always, I thought so many is trust the people in here. So when I come here teaching, and this intelligent peoples, more is easy to spirit all this world.
He left everything behind. He had to leave his entire family behind, his wife and all the children, and without actually having a guarantee that he was able to bring us over. There was no certainty. In the 2 years that we were separated with our father, I decided upon myself to take on the mantle, the role of the man of the house. And I tried best I could to help my mother.
It was like second dad. He disciplined us most of the time. And also when we were growing up, he sent us off to school, he made our lunches, woke us up, and we didn't talk back. It's our older brother, we showed the respect. And getting along, we just did what we were told.
He was disciplining us, but when we were younger, he was always playful and nice and fun with us, had fun with us.
And there are some people in this world who have the ability to stop themselves from feeling pain.
I bet they're not quarterbacks. To those of you watching at home, whatever you do, don't try this. It's dangerous, very dangerous.
That's incredible.
Living in the United States was a very new and interesting experience. The first day of school, my father took me to enroll me. When I got into class, I met my teacher, my first teacher. She said certain things to me. I ended up, replying her and saying, "Yes, ma'am." Well, she thought I was being sarcastic. So she thought that she would discipline me by putting me in the way back all alone.
I go to his class, go see outside, and then he cannot understand all English. And then I hurt very much.
엄마, 내 마음은 그걸 볼 때 너무너무 가슴이 아프고 그렇게 할 줄 알았으면은 한국에 있을 때 조금 영어라도 배워가지고 데리고 올 걸 너무 잘못했나 보다. 그런 가슴에 너무 뭐 어떻게 마음으로 표현할 수가 없이 가슴이 아팠죠.
I wasn't training at the time. We had our headquarters in Downey. It was a commute of at least 40 minutes to an hour. And not training, I got into all kinds of trouble actually. And my junior years were is where I did all my juvenile stuff.
Growing up, he got into a lot of arguments. He's a leader. He's always been a leader, even in school. And if they didn't listen, or there were disagreements, and he got in some fights, and they never mess with them afterwards.
In high school, I did something very bad. I got detained by the police. So I was held there, and all I remember is my mother came to pick me up.
경찰이 이제 우리 아들을 데리고 나오는데 너무너무 화가 나서 근데 미국에서는 그렇게 하면 안 된다 그러더라고요. 나오는데 너무 화가 나서 그 경찰 다 있는 데서 그냥 막 우리 아들 따귀를 그냥 몇 대 때렸어요. 그랬더니 경찰들이 눈이 막 이만해가지고 크게 뜨면서 보고 웃더라고요. 와, 무서운 엄마다 이런 식으로 자기네가 족하길래 이제 붙잡고 집으로 왔는데.
I first sat on the stairs, and I heard my father talking to somebody. He was having tea with one of the masters. And like I took a deep breath, and I braced myself, and decided to go downstairs. And I went in the middle of them, and I kneeled down with my head down, and I waited. And all my father said to the master was, "This boy was bad. Did something bad yesterday." And that was it. I didn't get the spanking. I wasn't berated. He didn't yell at me. Nothing that I expected. And I said to myself, wow, I gotta change.